Okay, we got some pinfish. Got a couple pinfish this morning. See that? That's what we're looking for. Look at that, y'all. It's beautiful. Time to get out. Got like a quarter mile out of the bay. Run through the bay real quick, head out of the shipping channel and see if we can go get some fish with those live pinfish we just caught. My net got snagged, so if you're ever over here, Fort Morgan boat ramp, and cast in that corner, careful. So nice net just got, I mean, some nets you can repair, that one's pretty far gone. But luckily I got it out of the water, so no wildlife was harmed. But pre-sunrise, absolute gorgeous day out. Y'all, let's get out there, have a good time. Y'all, we're almost at one of our first places we're gonna fish. The big old bulk carrier ship, cargo ship, freighter, whatever you wanna call it, but it's a bulk carrier. A lot of them carry asphalt into the Mobile port. We're gonna post up on the bow, drop a pinfish down, see if we can catch us dinner or lunch. I don't know yet. As always, I like to go over the tackle I'm using. And right here, I just have a knocker rig going on. Got 50-pound fluorocarbon leader, 7/0 circle hook, 1 ounce egg sinker that goes straight down to my circle hook, and it's snailed. Connect that with a line to leader knot. I do a PR knot. See how thin it is? It goes through the guides easy. It's strong, but a uni to uni, a small black barrel swivel, something strong and small works just fine. This is Nomad Panderra 30-pound braid on a 6,000 size Shimano, and a Nomad offshore spin rod, 7'4", 30 to 50-pound line class. Let's get a pinfish on, y'all. Get us one of these nice healthy pinfish out of here. Whew. Perfect size right there. Like to hook it through the lips. Pretty strong current today, so if you hook it in the back, all you're gonna have is a big tangle. But there's a nice live pinfish. Let's drop it down under the ship and see what we can catch. This one here looks just like a big giant bowl in the water. Like a floating bathtub. I wonder how much that anchor chain weighs. If you know, comment below. I know it's obviously heavy, but I'm just wondering what each link weighs. Oh, we got a bite. Ah, pulled it out of his mouth, I think. Yeah, it was. Oh, got me around the anchor. Yeah. Oh, it's on the back side of the anchor chain. Okay, we got it out now. What a weird bite. Hey, it's a cobia. I don't know if that guy's gonna keep or not. Oh, I think he, oh yeah, that's a keeper. I don't even know why I said that. That's a keeper there. Ooh, we're in for a fight now. Oh, that was a quick, dang, that was a weird, he's so green right now. Weird, oh, oh man, that could have been bad. Okay, that could have been bad. Get away from the ship. That was nuts. Thank you for biting, man. That's where I gaffed him. Woo, went chaotic. That was meant to be. Y'all, check that out. Big old cobia. You know, they get a lot bigger, but this time of year, but you take with what you can get. You're allowed 1 per person, 2 per vessel. This is my only one I can keep, which I'm perfectly happy with that. These are great eating fish. They are hard fighters. Y'all saw how he was on the gaff. I don't know how the camera was pointing, but that was the laziest cobia fight I ever had until he got stuck. And boom. But it probably worked out. I didn't go and start pulling on it real hard because he did get around that anchor chain. But check that thing out. It's like a big old saltwater catfish. We're gonna throw him on ice and I guess move on and look for some king mackerel or something. Sweet. Yeah, that ship's pretty cool. It's got a net and like a basketball goal, I think. That's what it, yeah, it is. That is cool. Probably can't see it, but it's right there. They got net and then a small basketball goal and backboard. I'm sure that helps keep morale up. But I'm glad I got my 1 fish. They have to be 36 inches minimum. Made it just no problem. So probably gonna go catch my snapper limit maybe, or go mess around with some kings, or jack crevalle, or tarpon, I don't know. Play it by ear, just like anything else fishing, and adjust to the conditions. I have a couple pinfish left over. I had a whole bunch in my cage, but I guess the boat wake pushed it up on the rocks and they all died. But anyway, I'll sit over one of these numerous. Yep, there it is. You're gonna hear that on these platforms. Still gonna use the same setup I had. Oh, and see what we can get. A little pinfish. So we can get us a quick limited red snapper, since it is a day I can keep them. There you are. Gotcha, buddy. Didn't take too long. Come on. Now you got some fight in you? All right. Keep her red. Easy peasy there. This little guy had some spunk to him. Couldn't resist that pinfish though. Let me go ahead and get him in the box before my hands get all cut up, and see if we can get one more. You're allowed 2 red snapper per person. See that? That's what we like to see. Try to get us another pinfish out. I see you down there. There you are. Leader's good, not chafed. Let's get you on down there. Man, that thing's extra loud today, it seems like. It's like kind of hurting my ears almost. Or either I'm just where I'm sitting at in relation to the horn. Dadgum. Have another pinfish down there. See what else we can pull up. Oh, it's getting hammered. Oh, something good. Oh, there it is again. Got it. You have to be pretty reactive here, pretty quick, because they'll get you in those legs down there. And you'll break off, especially in 60 feet of water. There it is. That's a good keeper there. Yeah, it is. Good keeper. Don't you do that. Gotcha. All right. Woo, that's a good one there. That's my limit of red snapper. I got a limit of cobia, which is 1. Heck yeah. All on free bait pretty much. All pretty much on free bait that you catch yourself. Pinfish are so abundant. Everything eats them, from trout, flounder, all the way to tarpon, predator fish like this, cobia, everything else. That's a good one there. Okay, I'm done snapper fishing. That's a good red snapper there. For, you know, a pretty public area. These platforms get hit pretty hard because they're accessible. You don't really need a complex chart to find them. It's all visual. But if you know what you're doing, you can do pretty good on them. And there's plenty of snapper on them as well. They just get smart when they see so many lines down there. That's why I do like fluorocarbon leader. I found over the years of fishing, it just works for me. Now I've caught plenty of fish on mono too, and I know a lot of y'all have, but stick with what works for you, and why change something if it works for me? Why change it up? But that is a nice red snapper. Gonna bleed it out, put it in our cooler. Alrighty, we just hooked up. I need to get away from here. I don't like the angle. There we are. Decided to come and troll a mad scat around after I got my snapper limit. And we just hooked up. Always fun hearing that drag sing. Got a weird weight to it. I don't know what it's gonna be. Maybe some sort of king. That'd be nice, because I thoroughly enjoy catching them. But right now, I think it's a bobo or Spanish. Oh, that's why it acted so weird. It was a tail-hooked Spanish. I'll take it. Actually, oh, there we go. Well, kind of made that decision for me. I was gonna say that one probably survived pretty good, so it can go. All right, nice variety today for near coastal fishing. Get old Matscad 115 back out. Just make a long cast behind the boat. There we go. And keep on going. Anything when it's tail hooked or foul hooked definitely has so much resistance in the water, obviously. Feels like a much bigger fish than it really is. Okay, well, I just now put it back out when we're hooked up. I may, instead of troll, just sit here and cast. Usually I troll to see what fish are active at the moment. Looks like the Spaniards are pretty active. Not very big though. Skipping on top. They're fired up. Skinny dudes. There you go. Well, I guess I'm gonna hang it up for the day. Nothing else is really happening. I mean, I could have got some Spanish, but I think I'm pretty happy with what I have. Go under that antenna so I don't forget. And head back to the ramp and to the cleaning table. All right, we're gonna go back to the house. We are at my cleaning table. It's like 100 degrees out here right now. It is hot. But we have our one cobia I got to keep. I did give those red snapper away to a couple kids with their dad, I think, fishing on the pier. They were super appreciative of it. I always like to share when I can, because this is plenty of meat for me, but I might as well have dropped down for red snapper while I was out there. I have a little saltwater and ice mix right here that the fillets are going to go in, but we're going to get into it. You can see where I gaffed it. I did bleed it out. That's a nice keeper cobia, about an average size. They get a lot bigger, but this is a nice respectable fish. Really cool fish to me. They don't have teeth. They have a very sandpaper mouth. See that? They do love eating some crabs, croaker, pinfish. Cobia really aren't picky if they're there. They have some of these sharp ridges on their dorsal fin that will poke you in a big old hard head. But they are tasty fish, fun to catch, fun to fight. It's not too difficult cleaning a cobia. We're gonna go, you just feel where that hard head is, soft meat. Hard head, soft meat. And that's where you wanna find the place to start. Go behind the pectoral fin, all the way down to the belly, try not to pierce the guts. And then, just like anything else, open it up from the top along their dorsal. They have kind of a leathery skin. It's an interesting skin, kind of hard to describe. If you caught one, you know what I mean. But I want to do my best not to miss anything. They have a big old spine. So once you get to that spine, which is obviously in the middle, this is their dorsal fin. Their backbone's in the middle, and they have bones just like any other fish. The bones come up and the bones come down. So when you go run your knife over that bone, the backbone, and then back down so you don't miss that section of meat. Nobody's perfect, I'm especially not. So I may miss some stuff, but I try my best here to knock it out clean. There we go. Once you get to the other side, we can pop that tail off. It's gonna have a big old rib cage. So we wanna go pretty much follow that rib cage down and go to that belly. There's our big cobia fillet. It's a nice one. See what I mean about their skin being like leather? It's not really scales, it's just like leather, kind of like amberjack skin. So there'll be some red meat and some pin bones to trim out. But I did dispatch this fish and bleed it out, and you can see most of the fish juices were bled out in our ice slush on the boat and not on our cleaning table. Makes for a much cleaner fillet. That's how we got one side off. See how thick their belly is and how far back their rib cage goes. You just work your knife over it. Let your knife do the work, guide it. But we'll take that big slab of belly too. Nice fats in there. But I'm gonna knock out the other side, and that will be a filleted out cobia. Now that's a steak I like right there. Now I have a bowl full of beautifully prepared cobia steaks, and we're gonna get this out of the sun. I mean, that ice melted quick. And cook that either for tonight's dinner or for tomorrow's lunch. Now, this is, if you don't wanna see this part, you can skip right now to the cooking portion, but I do wanna see what's inside the stomach contents because it has a full stomach. It's really cool seeing that. I also think it makes you be able to fine tune your baits and stuff, because if you're throwing what they're eating, hey, you're already one step ahead. So like I mentioned, if you wanna skip through, you can, but for educational purposes, let's see what's in there. So, oh, look at that, crabs, which is one of cobia's favorite diet. Oh wow, a mantis shrimp. This is actually pretty surprising because I didn't expect the mantis shrimp. I expected crabs and fin fish, like pinfish and croaker, but I didn't expect the mantis shrimp. That is cool. These things get pretty big too. There's, I think that one's my pinfish. No, that one's not my pinfish. Oh yeah. No, that's not my pinfish because there is not a hole in there where my hook was. So that's a pinfish. That's another crab, partially digested already. Another small crab. They don't call them crab crunchers for no reason. Or crab munchers. More crab shell. I mean, that might have been my pinfish. I just don't see any. I don't see a hook hole in there. And obviously I was using a 7.0 heavy duty circle hook. There would have been a hole in there, so that's not mine. That's cool. And it's got a whole lot of other stuff that's already digested. You can imagine the smell right now. It's not that great. Still not as bad as the inside of a deer, but there's a pinfish, a manna shrimp, crab, bigger crab, another fin fish of some sort, small crab, the crab claw, and that's just another piece of crab. That was cool though. I didn't expect the manna shrimp in there. I didn't expect the manna shrimp in there. I expected the other stuff, just not that. Neat. No croaker in there though. Last one I cleaned had about 12 croaker in it. So I just find this pretty neat just from an educational standpoint and a science standpoint. You know, I'm not a biologist or nothing, but I do enjoy seeing this because you don't get to see this all the time. If you're in the restaurant or in the store, you've already went past that. You have no clue what that thing's been eating. You have no clue where it really came from. And we know exactly what it's been eating, where I caught it, how fresh it's been, how it's been handled. And I think that just gives it, and I think that's just an added bonus. But check out that manna shrimp. It just recently ate that too. That's cool. If you're not familiar with manna shrimp, they have these arms that literally, that the real big ones can punch glass almost. These manna shrimp can break up crabs, knock a fish out. And they're found all in our bays. Sometimes you'll see them when you get a load of shrimp. If you ever worked at a tackle shop, these things will be mixed in. But that's neat that the cobia had one in its stomach. You see, they're not picky. A good presented bait, and if the fish is there, they'll eat. That was cool, well, that was neat. Also, I have my cobia here, and I've taken 6 nice steaks. Check that out, how pretty that steak is right there. Man, I had vacuum sealed them a little bit and was gonna freeze them, but these I kept. I actually decided to cook it for today's dinner because now I'm hungry. But all I have are some very simple ingredients because it doesn't need much. Have extra virgin olive oil and some Big Mike's all-purpose seasoning. We want to make sure we coat our fish in a good, nice fat, whether it's your olive oil, vegetable oil, avocado, coconut, whatever you like to use, because that's going to keep that seasoning on there, allow it to crisp up nice, and also, most importantly, allow it not to stick to the grill grates. Get a nice season on there. We're going to do the same thing on both sides. Cobia can take some pretty good seasoning. It's a very firm, flaky fish. It does have a lemon taste to it when it's cooked, hence the name lemon fish as a nickname. Because of that, it's interesting. The first time I ever had it, I was like, what the heck? I don't remember adding a bunch of lemon to it. And then quickly realized why it's named like that. Now we have our fish oiled and seasoned. I'm just waiting for my coals to get nice and hot, and we'll add these on the grill. Man, it's such a pretty day. I mean, really hot this morning out on the water was great, but now it's just that evening or afternoon summertime heat. But our coals are almost ready. Spread them out. Our coals are nice and hot. It is time to grill our cobia. Look at that. Nice thick steaks on there. Going to do it over direct heat, about 5 minutes each side at the most, and call it good. That's going to be tasty. Hear that sizzle? That's what you want. Alrighty, it's about time for me to flip it, which normally the fish will tell you when it's ready on a grill. You can start seeing that white form up on the outside, and then hopefully it's pretty easy to flip and doesn't stick. All the laughing gulls are laughing, making noise. They're all being rowdy. But let's see here if it's ready to flip. Oh yeah, it comes right up. Ooh wee. That is what I'm talking about right there. See, it firms up so nicely. It's such a great fish to grill. They all flip for the most part pretty dang good. That one kind of stuck, but other than that, those look pretty good. Can't wait to try them. Shouldn't take too long. Fish cooks pretty quickly. So that fish is ready when you start seeing it flake apart like that. See that? That fish is ready to go. So let's plate it up. Heck yeah. That's exciting. Cannot wait to give that a try. We're gonna go in, let it cool down, serve it with a side of salad, and come back out on the porch and enjoy it. Kind of hard to beat freshly grilled fish. Very minimal stuff, easy to do, fresh. That's hard to beat, and enjoying this gorgeous view. Now that plate right there looks amazing. Have our cobia, which should flake apart nice and easy, and it does, see that? Look how wide it came out. That's why it's such a delectable fish. It's very firm, it can take that high heat of the grill. And then I just did a little balsamic glaze on top, nothing too crazy, and a side Caesar. So we're gonna give this a try, y'all. Let's munch down. So there's a piece of cobia. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is cooked perfectly. It's not dried out at all. It's firm. Tastes delicious. Tastes like what a cobia is expected to taste like. It literally has like a little bit of a lemon hint to it. It's such a weird thing. But it's not in a nasty or bad way. And that all-purpose seasoning, it's a steak seasoning. It's a little bit more peppery, but it's phenomenal in this. So it's not very high in sodium or salt content, so you can play around with the salt. If you like it more salty, add it. Me personally, I don't like a lot of salt. Now, I guess considering it's on Bama saltwater, I like salt water being on it and fishing in it, but not really consuming salt, if that makes sense. But I digress. Let's keep on eating. So high heat, about 5 minutes on each side. Make sure they got a nice good coating of oil of your choice, and they'll come out cooked like this. I'm just trying to take in like how fresh tasting that is. It's never been frozen and was probably inside for, I don't know, maybe an hour, hour and a half. That is tasty. And I'm glad I can share these experiences with each and every one of y'all. If you enjoy these Catch Clean Cooks and you haven't subscribed yet, smash that subscribe button down below. And we'll see you on the next one. All of our partners and sponsors are also linked in the video description below, such as Nomad Design, Hooked Up Bait and Tackle, Bird of Prey Tackle, Mossy Oak, all of our good partners. I'm going to try to finish my dinner. We'll see you on the next one. Most importantly, and as always, I want to thank the good Lord up above for everything He does for us. We'll see you later.